My name is Ashley, and I am just I'm new to gardening, and I decided that I wanted to start to put out there what I do in my garden and share with you guys what I do in my home. So, what I have today is I have a cucumber plant behind me that unfortunately has fungus. It has yellow spots and it's having a little bit of trouble. I have gotten plenty of cucumbers off of it. It's growing well, it's doing well. Everything is great on it. However, I realized today that there are yellow spots, there are yellow veins, there's some blight, there's some fungus, there's some things going on in there. So, what I'm going to do, I have done quite a bit of research using Google and just whatever I have. So I've done some research, and in doing that, I have found a few things that can possibly work. Two things that I noticed on research that they say works is hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. Now you can use either one, whichever one is your preference. I decided to use hydrogen peroxide only because it has oxygen and there's certain properties in it that, from what I've researched, apparently works. So we're going to try it. I'm going to give it a go. I have here behind me, if I can touch it, I have a gallon pump sprayer here behind me that I have already filled with hydrogen peroxide mixed with water, and I used 8 to 10 tablespoons. I use 10 tablespoons just because I have a severe problem with this cucumber plant. So I figured maybe it's better. It might not be. I don't know, but we're going to find out. So I've used 10 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide. I have mixed it with a gallon's worth of water, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray this cucumber plant here behind me. So without further ado, let's start spraying. I already pumped it up. Now what they do say to do is they say to spray underneath the leaves, and they say to spray the tops of the leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray the tops, I'm going to spray the bottoms, and we're going to see what happens. It does say to saturate them. It's just to make sure that they're dripping wet. So that's what I'm going to do. Real quick, just to give you an idea of what I'm dealing with here. Okay, this is currently what I'm dealing with. I'm going to pull the leaf down and I'm going to show you. This right here, I don't know if you can see the yellow and some of the brown that's in there. Got this leaf here. You can really, there's powdery mildew. There's also yellow on this leaf and all the way down and in through the plant. Now, I do have cucumbers that are, like I said, I've gotten quite a bit off this plant. I've got a cucumber that's coming in here. I've got another little guy over here. I have plenty of cucumbers that are coming in. That's not the problem. The cucumbers are coming in. That's all fine and well. The problem is the fungus that I got going on. So, I'm going to continue to spray this plant and treat this fungus. And hopefully this works. I have high hopes. I have high hopes. I have used, oh my goodness. I have used already on a flower bed. I have that posted on a previous video. I believe it was from yesterday. I do have a video that I posted from my petunia flower bed. I had said that in that particular bed, I had wave petunias. I let them go crazy. I let them go wild. They were gorgeous. They were beautiful. But in doing that, I was not able to inspect my plant. I was not able to actually get underneath there and be able to see what was going on under the plant. Well, let me tell you, when I finally got underneath in that plant, boy, was there a mess. I had fungus, I had mold, I had all kinds of just nasty stuff going on. So, I did this yesterday. I did, again, the gallon pump sprayer mixed with hydrogen peroxide, and I sprayed my whole petunia bed down. Again, I also went through and I cut everything down. I mean, my petunia bed, if you look at one of my previous videos, you will see that my petunia bed is literally down to root and stem. That is it, guys. That's all that's left. So I tried this yesterday, and I did notice, I can share with you, and that's why I chose the hydrogen peroxide for this plant. I did notice that my petunia bed looks just looks 100 times better. Some of the white, the mold and the mildew has already cleared up. I've noticed some of the fungus, all of it has already started to clear up. So I can tell you that the hydrogen peroxide, the hydrogen peroxide definitely, absolutely works. So that is why I'm trying it with this cucumber plant behind me. Again, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish spraying, and then I guess we'll take it from there. So there's the cucumber plant. It has now been sprayed down with peroxide mixed with water, and we're going to see how that guy does. Really hoping this stuff works. Like I said, I tried it on the petunia bed. It did work. So I have really high hopes for this. I think it's going to work. I really do, guys. I think it's going to work. So anyways, what else I have here? I have tomato plants. I have early girls. I have beefsteak tomatoes. And I have super sweets. All of them of which are doing phenomenally well. I will show you. These here are my super sweets. They are doing really well. Oh, and that's what I want to share with you. A lot of people, okay, there are things on tomato plants called suckers. I'm going to show you what that is. A sucker would be, now see, I have all my suckers right now tied up. Okay, here's one right here. This right here, okay, this would be called a sucker. It comes from your main stem, it goes all the way up, and then it has all these other leaves that come off, and again, it also has your flower buds where your tomatoes are going to come from. Now, they say that suckers, you're supposed to prune suckers. That's what they say to do. Now, I tried a little bit of an experiment. What I did, and again, it makes for, don't get me wrong, I have been able to get a lot of fruit off of them by doing this, but you are absolutely going to have to invest in bamboo sticks, or you're going to have to invest, oh my goodness, there's a bug in my eye. Wow. You're going to have to invest in bamboo sticks or tomato cages or whatever it is that you want to use to hold up your tomato plants. I decided to use bamboo sticks. I've done really well with them. I prefer to use the bamboo sticks versus the tomato cage. That's just my personal preference. Everybody has their own. So whatever yours is, that's great. Anyway, so suckers, they say that you are supposed to prune suckers off. I, however, did an experiment. Some of my suckers I have pruned off. I have not kept all of them. But what I will tell you is that I have suckers that I have kept on my tomato plants. Matter of fact, I have kept quite a bit of my suckers on my tomato plants. And I will say that in doing so, let's go ahead and put you down here for a hot minute. Woo, about to lose the phone, guys. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so I have kept the suckers on my tomato plants. And the reason that I have done that is instead of pruning them off, I wanted to see what would happen if I kept those suckers. Now, those suckers, again, they will produce fruit. And a sucker in itself literally will be another tomato plant in itself. That's what they turn into. A sucker is another stem, it's another tomato plant, all in that same plant, which I found to be completely amazing. So, essentially, really, with all of my tomato plants, on the ones that I've kept suckers on, let's just say I started off with one tomato plant. Well, guess what? If I've got 5 suckers on it, I've got 5 tomato plants just in that one plant. So I find that to be amazing. However, it makes for a very big plant and a lot of bamboo sticks and a lot of zip ties, guys. So you're going to want to invest in that. Anyway, so I have kept all my suckers. I have gotten plenty of fruit off of my plants. So, like I said, it's everybody's personal preference what you choose to do. If you choose to prune those suckers, then prune them. You will still get fruit off your plant. You won't get as many as you would if you kept the suckers. Now, like I said, some of my plants I did prune the suckers off. I have not kept all of them, but a majority of them I've kept the suckers on, and I have gotten a lot more fruit, a lot more production off of them. So that is just my little tidbit for you. Take it or leave it. Do what you want with it. But that is my tidbit for you. So anyway, again, sprayed the tomato plant. Tomato plant is now sprayed with hydrogen peroxide. I'm going to let that sit. We're going to see what it does. We're going to wait 24 hours. I will come back tomorrow. I will check in with you, and we will see how the hydrogen peroxide has done on the cucumber plant. Now, like I said, I've also done the petunia bed. The petunia bed did really well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray it down again today, only because there was so much fungus and so much problems going on that I believe yes, I called him she. I believe it needs another application of the hydrogen peroxide mixed with water. So I'm going to do that again, and I will check back with you tomorrow, and we'll see how the cucumber plant and how the petunia bed has done. So anyway, that is my spiel. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And as always, like, subscribe. You guys are awesome. If you do, I could use all the support that I can get. So like, subscribe, hit that button, and thank you so much for watching.